Right now at noon, a look at the cleanup efforts after a tornado touched down yesterday afternoon in Jasper County, Missouri.
And while we've got those cloudy skies, we've been seeing some breaks of sunshine. Clearing still expected this afternoon, and then more thunderstorms this weekend. We'll talk about your forecast coming up.
Plus, how the city of Lamar, Missouri is preparing for their annual Truman Day celebrations.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A former Freeman Health System doctor has filed a lawsuit against the hospital accusing Freeman of age and sex discrimination. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Snowy. The case stems from an alleged unlawful termination of Dr. Nathan Box based on sex, age, and disability discrimination. This termination occurred after Dr. Box reported unlawful conduct to his supervisors and to a peer review committee regarding systemic failures and negligent conduct by providers at Freeman. Box is suing Freeman on 10 counts and alleges that employees at Freeman violated his HIPAA rights. Dr. Box is demanding a jury trial and is seeking $25,000 in relief in this case. For more information later today, you can go on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. We're going to head over to Chris Warner for a look at the forecast.
Yeah, we've got those clouds out there. Skywatch Storm Tracker, the thicker clouds slowly clearing out. We've still got a little trail here, so some of us in southeast Kansas are already beginning to clear out, and we all will eventually get in. And in the last, say 10 minutes or so, we've seen some peaks of sun. I know it's difficult to even imagine sunshine here from this view from MoDOT camera 32nd and range line, but there has been sunshine, and there's blue sky right there. In this shot from our camera on the Cornell complex, we saw some sunshine on the downtown buildings out there. But again, for now, still some clouds hanging around the area. We still have that possibility of some strong, potentially severe storms overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning, with hail and wind being the primary concerns. But of course, as we reminded you, when it comes to severe storms, tornado threat is never zero. 63 is where we started yesterday. 75 is where we made it. We're at 69 in Joplin right now, 67 in Pittsburgh. And again, out where we're starting to see a little more sunshine, temperatures warming into the low to mid 70s. Still got some upper 60s out there as well. Hey, through the rest of the evening, the skies will clear. Storms don't get here until much later tonight, early tomorrow morning, so partly cloudy through the evening, down to about 66 by midnight. We're going to talk more about those thunderstorm chances and what we're watching next week as well here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Now, this was the funnel cloud that passed north of Joplin around 1:30 yesterday afternoon. KOAM showed it live on air, falling, rising, and reforming shortly before the National Weather Service issued a tornado warning. The tornado caused some structural damage northwest of the Joplin airport. The Weather Service confirmed the tornado just east of Nashville, Missouri, near the Barton-Jasper County line before it was dissipated west of Lamar. And cleanup efforts were still underway in parts of Carl Junction yesterday evening. The twister damaged several homes in the Red Oak Loop neighborhood. We're told everyone was safe. The storm had downed trees on both sides of the street. One even crushed through the roof of a home. Volunteers arrived to help as soon as the storms blew through.
Things like this happen, and it's really neat to see the community, come together, helping each other. We saw neighbors helping neighbors. There was people out, firefighters were up on the roof with us with chainsaws, and, it's just a great thing.
Before the twister reached the Red Oak neighborhood, it touched down along the Dogwood Trails loop south of Gum Road. There it tore down trees, ripped apart fences, and tore into the roof of 2 homes. One of those homeowners was taking a nap when the tornado arrived.
Sudden, I get woken up, by the storm hitting, and just all of a sudden started hearing heavy winds blowing things against that black back glass, and it woke me up. And then I hear things start ripping away, and I'm like, uh-oh, this is more than just heavy winds.
Residents in the Dogwood Trails neighborhood say the sirens didn't start going off until they went outside to inspect the damage. And don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and at the Google Play Store. The KOAM Skywatch weather app. Goodman, Missouri's chief of police says they're fully staffed a year after the force resigned. Last year, the entire Goodman Police Department resigned after John Bunch became mayor. The former police chief alleged that Bunch threatened the department multiple times. Bunch resigned after a mass walkout by city workers. Clay Sexton is now mayor, and according to Goodman's chief of police, Samuel Townsend, the department holds no grudges towards Bunch or Sexton.
But both mayors are very good people. They have great character. They're hard workers. From the beginning, both mayors agreed we have a conservative budget, but we have everything we need to prevent crime and protect the community.
Townsend says the key to the recovery of the police department was being more active within the community. Well, Truman Day is coming up on Saturday, and officials at the Harry S. Truman Birthplace Historic Site in Lamar are prepping for the day's events. President Truman is the only president born in Missouri. He served from 1945 to 1953. In 1959, Truman's birthplace in Lamar, Missouri was dedicated as a historic site. For more than 30 years now, the community has held annual birthday celebrations. The site administrator says it's an honor to continue to keep a part of American history preserved.
Well, we get to see people from all over the world that come here to see where President Truman was born, but some of the neat ones that I've encountered people that were in World War II. When I first started here, they would say that Harry saved their life dropping the atomic bombs. I've had Secret Service that worked with the Trumans, and they kind of tell us some of the insides and stuff of living close next to the Trumans at Independence.
The Truman Day celebration will run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. Joplin High School Philanthropic Society presented an almost $12,000 check to the organization One Joplin. To raise funds, the student-led club worked on several fundraising projects during the year. The money will help restock the JHS food pantry, as well as create an angel fund helping students with food insecurity to access food from the cafeteria. Well, coming up, a KCU medical student prepares for her commencement as she reflects on her journey from adversity to achievement. And later, we're making a party margarita cake in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Well, this Sunday, many Kansas City University Medical School students will celebrate their graduation. For one student, the ceremony is even more meaningful. KOAM's reporter Fernanda Silva and chief photographer Ty Parks show us why.
People like me don't become doctors. There's just too much to fight, too much against. So I didn't think it's something that I could do.
But giving up was not an option for the soon-to-be Dr. Alice Pulsifer.
If I give up every time something difficult happens or hard happens, I just feel like I'd be very dissatisfied with myself.
Pulsifer's story reads like a script from a Hollywood movie. From losing her family's home and business to grappling with pregnancy at 16, marriage, divorce, and a battle with thyroid cancer, her determination to become a doctor remained unshaken.
I don't want to say it came naturally, because there's definitely days where I did not want to get out of bed or keep going, or things just get really hard.
The Arizona native moved to Joplin with her husband and 4 kids. During medical school, juggling a full-time job, she stumbled in her first year, but returned to excel with honors. Yet, her personal storm wasn't over.
Second year of medical school started, and my husband's grandpa, who was living with us at the time, had a stroke and he passed. And that kind of started to rock the boat for us. And then in January of that year, my husband got in a car accident and died.
It wasn't easy, but she found comfort and support in fellow med school students and in the Joplin community, a place she hopes to call her forever home. In medical terms,
so I might not be a Joplin native, but I'm a Joplin transplant. I'm really, really happy to be here. Really glad that I can actually make a difference in people's lives and pay back some of the kindness that has been shown to me, because I feel like I've been shown nothing but kindness constantly.
As she's ready to receive her title of doctor, her goal is to give back to the community.
Also just a lot of suffering that people experience, and if I can ease that suffering in any capacity, then I will feel a lot of satisfaction in my life.
And to be an inspiration to her kids.
And I hope that my kids see that it's worth it. I hope that they can fight for their dreams.
Just like their mom did. In Joplin, KOAM News.
Pulsifer is looking forward to commencement. KCU ceremony will be held at Missouri Southern. And in July, Pulsifer will begin working as an internal medicine resident physician at Freeman Health System. Still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Today we're making a one-of-a-kind dessert that's inspired by the Margarita. And it's just in time for Cinco de Mayo.
And we've got skies continuing to gradually clear across the area, and then more thunderstorm chances as we head into the weekend. The latest right after this. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon. So we've still got some cloudy skies out there. Some folks out in southeast Kansas and even into Oklahoma beginning to clear out, and that will continue to be the trend as we head into the afternoon. However, heading into the weekend, we've got thunderstorm chances once again across the area. This is our severe weather threat as we head into the overnight hours tonight. As you see, we still have that it really hasn't changed since this morning, but we had very low tornado risk, a low hail and wind risk across portions of southeast Kansas. This is really going to be for after midnight tonight. But even though the tornado risk is very low, one thing again that we've kind of learned yesterday, one thing we try and emphasize to you folks at home regularly, at least we try as often as we can, is with severe weather, the tornado threat is really never zero. It can be very low, it can be very minimal, but it's never truly zero. So just keep that in mind. But the tornado threat overnight tonight, extraordinarily low. Not zero, but very low. As we head through the rest of today, we're going to see those clouds clear out. As mentioned this morning, a stray pop-up shower, maybe a rumble of thunder will be possible out there this evening. I don't think we're going to see much in the way of that activity, and anything we do will be short-lived. As we head into tomorrow, though, by 5 a.m., we've got some showers out there. By 7, 8, we've got a broken line of thunderstorms from the severe threat that's a little further to our west out there. We could get some of those remnant thunderstorms in here, hence why, as we head into tomorrow morning and afternoon, we have that risk for some strong to low-grade severe thunderstorms. By about noon, that line is out of here, and then we could see some additional redevelopment in the evening hours as a weak little wave passes through. And then we go overnight Saturday into Sunday, and there's yet another round, almost 24 hours later, of thunderstorms out there. Now, at this point, our severe threat for Sunday is relatively low, but we want to monitor it closely because we're expecting some pretty nasty severe weather out to our west, and there's still some uncertainty as to whether or not those storms will hold their own as they roll into our area by late Sunday or not. But at least in the morning, we're not looking at any severe weather. But this is where we are at 8:30, 9 o'clock. We've got another line of showers and thunderstorms out there, and maybe a couple of strong storms possible. We head into the afternoon, that will begin to clear out. We'll start to see clearing back behind that. And then as we head into our Monday, most of our Monday looks pretty good. And then we have additional thunderstorm chances Monday night into Tuesday that could be strong to severe as well. So here is Saturday's risk. Again, it's a low risk across the area, but it is there. So strong to low-grade severe storms. By Sunday, the low threat is barely clipping the southern fringes of our viewing area, but we do have that thunderstorm chance out there throughout Sunday. So again, temperatures, especially in northeastern Oklahoma, warming into the low to mid-70s, getting closer to the mid-70s, where a lot of us here under the cloud cover, still into the upper 60s, and we're starting to see a little more sunshine out west, starting to get into the low 70s out there. These clouds are going to start to burn off pretty quickly here, so we're still looking at highs into the upper 70s out there with that isolated shower or two. Then we'll have those thunderstorms after midnight tonight, falling back into the upper 50s, and again, some of those could be strong. And then throughout the day tomorrow, scattered storm chances out there. Temperatures right about the mid-70s, and again, a couple of strong storms will be possible. And of course, meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney will be here this weekend, keeping an eye on those storms. Heading into the next week, we're 80 on Monday and a low 70s on Tuesday. Now, again, you see the chances for storms right now, Monday and Tuesday, are low. It's 30%.
Yes.
It's not a high chance, but the storms we see could be severe. So that's why we're going to keep an eye on that. And we got a couple more shower chances next Thursday and Sunday.
All righty. Thanks, Chris. Well, stick around. We're making a party margarita cake in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Today's Mr. Food recipe is a sweet treat that comes just in time to help you celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Howard shows us how to make party margarita cake in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Even though no one knows the origins of the classic margarita, it's one of the most popular cocktails in America. So popular that now we can find margaritas in almost every flavor. And with Cinco de Mayo coming this weekend, I thought it was the perfect time to take one of the most popular varieties and turn it into a decadent dessert. And I know you're going to love the fact that we're starting with the white cake mix. And what we're doing is we're going to combine the cake mix with some oil, eggs, and get this, some bottled strawberry margarita mix. That's what gives this cake its big flavor and its color. We'll beat it until it's smooth, and we'll pour that into a greased pan and bake it off. Now, while that's baking, we make our frosting by beating together some powdered sugar, some butter, lime juice, and a little more strawberry margarita mix. After the cake is baked and it cools on a wire rack, spread the frosting over the top. And a good tip, make sure the cake is completely cooled so the frosting doesn't melt. Is that easy or what? Maybe garnish it with some chorus sugar so it sort of looks like the salt on a margarita glass, and a few limes for that extra wow. The recipe for Party Margarita cake is online now, so you can whip up a dessert that's fitting for Cinco de Mayo, or anytime you need a dessert that's packed with flavor. And with each forkful, your taste buds will think there's a fiesta going on in your mouth. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where every day we're looking for an easier way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now, here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, so we're looking at, again, a few evening showers possible, stray shower or two. Otherwise, after midnight, thunderstorm chances, scattered storms tomorrow and Sunday. Some of the storms tomorrow could be strong, low-grade severe. And we're keeping an eye on a possible severe threat Monday and Tuesday as well. Break from the storms Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and a few showers and storms next Thursday and Sunday. It's not quite done with the storms and the rain just yet, but at least today, a lot calmer.
Absolutely. All right, thanks, Chris. And coming up today at 5, a colonoscopy is one of the most important medical checkups for anyone over the age of 45. Now, some doctors are using artificial intelligence to make the procedure more accurate. Plus, second graders from George Washington Carver Elementary in Neosho hold their own Bloom Festival Farmers Market with handmade items and plants they've grown. And a 10-year partnership raises nearly $170,000 for the Ronald McDonald House Charities of the 4 states. Join us for those stories and more on KOAM News at 5. That's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Have a great rest of your day.